Are Australian Shepherds good with other dogs? Early this morning, I went on a run with my two Aussies at the lake, and during my run, I came across a lady who had two other dogs with her. And so we stopped and we talked, we admired each other's dogs for a few moments, and then we went along with our day. And so after I continued running, the question kind of came up to me, and I was wondering, are all Aussies friendly with other dogs? And so, in all the 15 years of owning Australian Shepherds, I can't think of a time any of my dogs had an issue with another dog. They're really calm dogs, very respectful. And so I was very curious about this subject, so I started to do some research. Watch this video to discover what I learned. So first things first, let's talk the personality of your Australian Shepherd. After doing some research, I learned that Australian Shepherds are pretty calm in their nature. They can be hyper, especially when they meet other dogs, and this can lead to some roughhousing, but most of the time, Aussies are comfortable meeting other dogs. And in my own experience, this proves to be true. I've had many Aussies in my life, and I cannot think of a time they ever had a serious issue with another dog. Now, I think this goes for the average Australian Shepherd, but the biggest dictator is the personality of the dog. If the natural personality of your Australian Shepherd is aggressive or grumpy, then they're probably not going to get along with other dogs. Take humans for example. There are people who are very social and love meeting new people, and then there are people who enjoy alone time and don't really like having company around. And there's nothing wrong with these kinds of people. That's who they are. And just like with a dog, if his personality prevents him from getting along with other dogs, there's really nothing you can do. Overall, personality probably has the biggest factor in determining if your Australian Shepherd will be good with other dogs. Now, the next thing is teaching your Aussie to be respectful and to be obedient. So a big reason why I think my Aussies are great with other dogs is because they've been raised around them since they were puppies. They're comfortable in that type of environment. I know, and they know how to respect other dogs because they've been taught that. I've been taking my Aussies out with other dogs, my friend's dogs for a long time, probably ever since they were puppies. And so if you want your Australian Shepherd to be kind towards other dogs, then that's something you need to instill in them from a very young age. Teach them how they're supposed to treat and interact with other dogs. Teach them to be respectful of other dogs. And most importantly, teach your Aussie how to behave and respect you. Teach them how to be disciplined. And I think this kind of training, coupled with raising them in an environment around other dogs, can really help your Aussie be comfortable with other fellow good boys in the future. And so, something else we need to talk about is the other dog's personality. Your Australian Shepherd can be the friendliest dog on earth, but if the other dog is aggressive, then there's probably not going to be a good meeting, and there may be a confrontation. For example, one of my favorite aunts has the cutest blue lacies that I've ever seen in my life. He's full of personality, loves humans, and is just a great dog, but he doesn't like other dogs. Every time she brings her dog over to my house, there's always a confrontation. Her pup will try to fight one of my Aussies, and I can tell he's probably a very jealous dog. He loves his owner so much that he won't let my dogs anywhere around her. So we usually have to keep our dogs separate from each other when it comes to that. And this just goes to show you that you can have a dog who is super friendly towards humans, but when it comes to other dogs, he may be super aggressive. Additionally, you can have one of the friendliest dogs on earth, but if the other dog you're encountering isn't friendly, then the situation won't end well. So, to wrap this up, guys, I would say the average Australian Shepherd is pretty friendly when it comes to other dogs, and that's based on my experience and what I've researched online. But again, you have to consider the situation. And you also have to consider the fact that every Australian Shepherd isn't the exact same. All Aussies have unique personalities. Some are going to be super friendly and social, and they may even enjoy meeting other dogs. And others may not be as social and could be aggressive when it comes to other pups. So, your Aussie can be the friendliest dog on the planet, but you always want to be aware of other dogs. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this answers your question. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.